I hope your day is full of candy hearts and chocolate hearts and Cupid. You got to have Cupid, guys. It's fucking Valentine's Day. And those bad candy hearts, they taste like shit, but for some reason they're so cute. I hope your day's full of all of that. And if you're alone, be your own Valentine. Jack off. Flick your bean, Do your thing. Make yourself come and love yourself. That was an aggressive way to start, but what's up? We have an amazing episode for you this week of Shank with the one, the only comedian, Uncle LaZer. But before we get into this week's episode of Shank, I just want to let you guys know that I am in Austin, Texas until February 22nd. I'm doing spots all over town, mostly at the Mothership. Buy tickets, come see me. I post all of my dates online, and then I will be coming to Canada in April, the 11th through the 13th. I'm doing LOL Fest with Kim Congdon, and also I will be coming to the Desert Ridge Improv in Phoenix. And yeah, more dates coming soon at Princess Shank, and let's do it. Let's get into this week's episode of Shank with the one, the only comedian, Uncle LaZer, guys. Here it is. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Shank. I'm Sara Weinshenk. Today, I'm live at the Creek in the Cave in Austin for the Comedy Store Studios with another episode of Shank. And today's guest is the one, the only comedian, Uncle LaZer.
Hey, Sarah, thanks for having me. Speaking of Shank, I'd love to shank these homeless people in Austin. The city council needs to do something. I'm trying to park, Sarah, and there's 7 of them. Like, one just walks to me, breathes on my neck, says, hey, man, you got $10? No, I get the fuck away. Dude, I wish we could hunt them like deer. I wish you just get 2 homeless, 1 bicycle, or maybe let's just take a bunch of them to Bastrop, like the dangerous game, and let's see the one that makes it to the end gets like a house or something. The rest of them just perish in the woods. God, I can't stand. Sarah, how you doing?
I'm good, but my question is, did the homeless person ask you straight up for $10? Or did they start with,
so there were 7
can I get
of them.
one?
There were 7 of them. One walked up.
There were 7 is such an obscure number.
A lucky 7. Yeah,
lucky
they
7.
Walked right up to me. One of them said, hey, man, you got any change? I mean, no, man, I don't have no cash on me. And then one of them just kind of waddled behind me as I'm trying to type in my license plate for the parking meter. He's like, blah, 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 blah. And I said, what? He goes, blah, 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 blah. I go, what are you fucking saying to me? And he said, can I have $10? I go, no, the fuck you can't. Get away from me.
And your earring was just dangling while you were saying this?
Yeah, dude, I hate them. Anyway, so I didn't mean to come in so hot. I took an Adderall. I'm just
You
sweating.
did come in hot. You came in hot and early.
Yeah.
You constantly surprise me because I'm like, we talked about you coming on my podcast over the weekend when we were out. And I was like, I wonder if he's really going to remember. And I wonder if he's going to show up. And you showed up. You showed up early, dude.
I'm glad you texted me because I had it written down for 2. And then you said 1. So I switched it. And I was like, all right, let me get there at 12:45.
No,
15 minutes early. If you don't do that, you're late. She got here 17 minutes past the hour. That's okay.
That's not true.
I'm here for Shank.
Look at the fucking time.
She just woke up, dude.
I did. My hair is still wet.
Yeah, I can tell. It's fucking great, though.
Dude, wait. That's the annoying part. You can't fool anyone when you're a woman because if your hair's not dry, people know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have long hair too, so yeah. But sometimes, let me ask you this for a little beauty tip thing here.
Yeah.
They say like you're not supposed to hit your hair with hairspray like when it's wet.
Yeah.
But dude, my curls are the best. Right out of the shower and just hit that white rain hairspray on there and crunch it up. You know what I'm talking about?
You use hairspray?
Yeah.
I don't use hairspray.
Oh, you just let it. Well, the humidity don't fuck with you with making it frizzy and shit?
I don't know. It's just frizzy sometimes.
But in LA, it can't be that frizzy.
It's not that frizzy.
But down here, it gets like the devil's ass down here.
Yeah, it does get like the devil's ass.
Christ almighty. Have you been down here for a summer? Have you experienced the July and August down here?
Oh my God, the July. I was like, wait, is he bringing up Jews? I heard the July.
Okay. Oh, perfect. I'm glad you brought up Jews. Perfect. Okay, inadvertently. Swear to God, now I'm going to ask you this because you're from LA.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm in LA. I'm in LA last week, did a couple shows at the Improv and Laugh Factory, and we went out to some kind of thing for some kind of comedy producer, some little dive bar thing they were DJing. It was cool, but it's like an industry, like a bunch of comedians, a bunch of managers, you know, that kind of song and dance.
It sounds awful, to be honest.
Exactly.
A mixer, a networking event?
A networking mixer with comics. Yeah.
Oh, God. And comics are so awkward, and industry is so awkward, and the combination of industry and comics is comics are like, should I tell them about my new project?
Dude.
And the managers are just like looking for the next big thing, and they're not really engaging with you.
Exactly. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, whatever, I'll go by the bar. And I'm sitting by the bar, and I see this pretty woman. She's sitting right next to me, and we just kind of start small talking and bullshitting. And the next thing you know, I asked her what she did, and she said she's in finance, like a banker type shit. I was like, okay, so you're not one of these people. Let me talk to you. Look, I had a house. I know what mortgage rates are. I had an interest rate. I got great credit. Surprise, surprise. And I'm talking to her.
You do constantly surprise me.
Yeah,
I didn't have you having great credit on the bingo card either.
You want me to co-sign on a car with you? I got you, baby girl.
Wow.
Okay? So I'm in there and I'm talking to her. She's like, oh, you're kind of smart. I said, yeah, I'm not really. I'm a little different than the rest of these. We start talking. We have like small talk about 20 minutes. Cute gal. And she goes, well, I'm going to go back over to my friends. I said, cool. About an hour later, she's by the side of the DJ booth and I'm over there. And I walk up to her and I'm just like, hey. I was like, why'd you leave me? I'm in love with you. She goes, do you want to kiss me? And I said, the fuck I do. Yes, I would very much enjoy that. So we start making out, right? Right there. And I was like, you want to go get another drink? She goes, yes, sir. And so we walk over there. And as we're sitting there kind of rubbing on each other, getting a drink, laughing, giggling, we kiss again. And I'm like, we're getting hot and heavy. And she goes, hey, who did you vote for? And I said, well, first off, I'm a felon. I can't vote. So, but.
Is that true?
I can't really talk about it on there. Can't really talk about it on there, but
okay, that's definitely true. Keep going.
But I'm like, well, I don't vote. I never did. I said, but the last administration kind of fucked the economy up. I said, Trump's in it. I didn't vote, and she's like, well, what do you think with Eli's thing when he did the,
Elon,
whatever, Elon, what's his name? Musk?
His name's Elon. Whatever, you just called him Eli.
Yeah, the guy that makes the cars. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I can't believe you forgot Elon Musk's name on Adderall. It's because you were so pissed off at the homeless.
Yeah, well, I'm retarded too. There's that,
Eli Musk.
But she goes, who'd you vote for? I said, I didn't vote, but I said, I kind of like want to see what Trump's doing. I said, and I was like, honestly, with the Elon Musk thing, I said, look, he's done a lot for a lot of people. And that didn't really look like a Hall Hitler sign or whatever. It looked like he has autism and he was just expressing joy. I said, take it for what you will. She goes, yeah, I can't talk to you anymore. And gets up and leaves. Like, doesn't even take her drink. And it baffled me. And I walked to her. I said, did I say something to offend you, darling? And she's like, yeah, I just don't fuck with people who voted for Trump. I go, once again, didn't vote. She goes, I got to go. And I get in the Uber and I'm pissed off. So I tell the Uber driver, I was like, yo, is this a thing? And he goes, oh, yeah, out here in L.A., if you associate any way with Republican, like women made a pact, a woman's pact. They won't fuck you. They won't sleep with you. He goes, it's gotten so bad that like this Tesla that I'm driving, people see it's a Tesla and they'll cancel the ride as soon as they get it. And I said,
no way.
Swear to God. And I looked it up, and it's a fucking thing.
He's not getting clients if he has a Tesla.
Because he's driving a Tesla.
That's wild, dude. If a Tesla pulls up and it wants to get me, guess what? I'm getting in it.
I'm getting in it.
Because I'm a Jew, and I'm not spending more money on canceling the ride.
But I grew up in Texas. We didn't have a lot of Jewish people where I look like Hitler's wet dream. I get it. But it baffled me that it's like a thing. And I was like, all right.
I think that we're so divided, and people have ideas in their head, you know what I mean? And it's like, she probably isn't used to being around
this.
This is a special case, dude.
Yeah. Look, dude, this at the end of the day.
She probably was like, I can't tell really what's going on here. I do like his earring.
Yeah.
I do like his belt that has Charizard on it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, dude.
I mean, look, I'm dangerous.
But then also, like, if the person can't look past somebody's political beliefs to see who somebody is, then fuck them. Look, either way, you know what I mean?
At the end of the day, my granddad used to tell me, he's like, just turn off fucking TV and go out and love thy neighbor. He's like, just be kind to people. It don't cost no amount of money to make somebody's day a little bit better with a compliment or a handshake or a smile. He's like, it literally costs nothing just to be nice to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think we lose track of that shit in the world that they try to pin us against one another. It's like, let's just go get a beer.
Yeah, let's just go get a beer.
Go get a beer.
We are, and it's like, we're already making out publicly.
Yeah. My hand is rubbing her pussy.
No.
And I'm like, well, if you had to guess, I'm grabbing. I mean, who do you think I voted for? Grab me by, you know what I'm talking about? I'm just like, come on, lady. So I'm actually gay. So there's that.
Wait, that's wild.
It's wild. LA's a wild place, but I kind of want to move there, but fuck, it's expensive, Sarah. How do you?
It's so expensive. It's so expensive. It's so crazy how expensive
I bought a bagel and a latte, and it cost me about $4,700.
No, everything costs so much. And I really realized it after spending more time in Austin, where I'm like, even just going out to lunch is cheaper in Austin than going to lunch in LA. And then, like, the air quality is fucked. You're like, oh, my rent is way more than it should be, and I can't open my window to get fresh air.
Yeah, because I live in a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
It's bad, dude.
Yeah,
But the weather is great. It does feel nice out there all the time, though. I do like, and there's cool shit to do out there, and all the movie stuff and commercial stuff, filming's out there. But I think that's going to catch up.
I think it'll catch up here because they're trying to introduce tax incentives here. Yeah. I saw Matthew McConaughey. He made a video with Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
They had Dennis Quaid in the backseat. They were talking about how they wanted to move Hollywood to Texas.
Yeah, well, Netflix just built a production lot or is building a production lot in San Marcos. That's where I lived for a long time.
Oh, by the river?
Yeah,
San Marcos?
Yeah, you've been out there. You floated the river, haven't you?
I floated the river. That shit changed my life. Dude, I was like, I could live in Texas. Dude, I love this river life.
72 degrees all year round, spring fed, and you stop at the middle at Finger Blasting Island and shotgun beers with the boys. Yeah.
Finger Blasting Island?
Yeah.
Have you finger blasted a woman on the river?
Of course I have. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, several at the same time. Yeah, I've got 2 hands, one for both of you. And yeah, that's actually where the first documented threesome was at in Texas. That's
not true.
Yeah, Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea. I'm pretty sure that's where that's at. Yeah.
Oh my God. No, the culture of river life, because we don't have that in LA.
Yeah, you don't have that.
It's fascinating. Just people getting fucked up, tying their coolers to their tubes.
And a buddy of mine, he owns Texas State Tubes. Okay, and I've been.
Oh,
with
that's the one I went to.
Yeah, and that's one I usually try to bring all the cops. Like, yo, y'all go here. They get you on the bus, but they have this shit called the River Alliance, where after every day of the float, because people are shitheads and they throw cans in the river and stuff. They have a team that goes out with snorkels and they go and they pick up all the cans at the bottom of the river to keep the River Alliance, keep the river clean, and that's the shit I like. Conservation.
Whoa, dude. Yeah. I wasn't expecting you to be passionate about conservation.
Dude, bingo card. We're fixing it. We're fixing to get a diet. 4 corners. 4 corners in a free space.
The Los Angeles River is the most disgusting river in maybe the world.
That's the one in that big ass concrete thing?
Like, that's our river. Everyone's like, don't go by that.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit.
It seems toxic.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I hate the homeless.
Do you have siblings?
I have a kid brother. He's 30, 31. Yes.
Does he like you?
Yeah, he was in a rock and roll band for a long time.
He
was in Rolling Stones magazine, but now he's just a shit-in farmer out there in San Marcos. Works on a farm. He plants stuff and does farmers markets every weekend.
Really?
Great
Do you
guy.
guys look like brothers?
Yeah. He looks older. He has longer hair, bigger beard, but he still does the music shit on the. I'll go and play harmonica with him sometimes when I'm off.
You are very good at the harmonica.
Yeah, we got one in the car and play at the end of this if you
like.
But
you do have one?
Yeah, I got to keep them on me, dude.
You keep that thing on you?
Thing on me. Because my granddad told me when I was 9.
Yeah.
When he was dying, he was like, hey, your inheritance is in that top drawer. And I got it, and it was harmonica. And I was like, what is this? He's like, well, that translates well to eating pussy. And I was like, well, that's a weird thing to tell a 9-year-old.
No, he didn't.
I swear. But it does. I'll get it and bring it out and give you a little demonstration thing.
It translates to eating pussy?
Yeah, because all it is you, like a lot of people, you're blowing, right? You're blowing and you're sucking in. But you do, in order to block the reeds, you have to use your tongue. So you have to press in the holes and like induce, like, so your air goes in certain keys.
Whoa, dude. Yeah. Wonder if lesbians would be better at harmonica blowing.
The best harmonica player in the world is a woman from Brazil. She's magnificent. Do
you know her name?
It's some. I don't read that well. I'm more of a shapes and colors kind of guy, so I can't pronounce it. But yeah, she's beautiful. She's the best harmonica player I've ever seen. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, we could pull her up if you want. I could probably find it. If you just type in girl harmonica player, swear to God. Here, put this on. You got to hear it, though. It's fucking, I don't want to take over. But yeah, it's fucking amazing.
We can listen to it.
Yeah, these are all rap. She's just improving. Like, she's just going off the top.
Is it hard to improv on a harmonica, though?
It's on the same key, right?
Whoa, dude.
I got goosebumps. And then she... I don't know how she does that. I can't do that.
That's fucking crazy.
I'm hard as a rock. But anyways, yeah, she's the love of my life, and she doesn't know I exist, but that's okay.
I didn't even realize there was women playing harmonicas out in these streets.
Yeah, so when you said lesbian, I don't know if she's lesbian, but she's amazing.
She probably can eat pussy, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, we all can to some degree if you're hungry enough.
I don't know. I'm scared of eating pussy.
Did you ever experience a girl thing in college, or is that a thing?
I made out with a girl in college at a fraternity party.
Were you in a sorority?
No, but I would
Okay.
hang out at all the different fraternity parties. And they were really weird. They would be bad themes, like CEO bros and corporate hoes.
Yeah.
Or grandpas and gold diggers.
Wow,
that was a theme.
Would you dress up as old women? Or
I dressed up as like a slut, basically.
And the guys would dress up as like older men?
Yeah.
I'd be fucking Colonel Sanders in that motherfucker, dude, with a white mustache, feeding everybody chicken.
Did you have theme parties that you went to?
Yeah, I mean, so I didn't go to college. I was in Oilfield, but all my buddies went to Texas State, and that's the biggest party school in Texas. So I'd go to all those, and we do like the neon glow and the toga parties and all that shit, and just, acting an ass. That's how I got the name LaZer. Like, I gave myself the nickname LaZer. It's like to stand out, you know what I'm saying? And now it's just that fucking retarded.
To stand out at the fraternity parties that you would crash?
I would crash, and I'd always show up with a fucking, and this is before the movie Superbad, but I would show up with a thing of Tide bleach, like a big ass canister of it, not have beer in it, but I'd just be smelling it, be like, get you a hit of that. And it just smells like linens. Like,
are you fucking
I'm
kidding?
dead ass serious. Yeah.
Dude, you just sniffed Tide?
I would just open it, hey guys, get you a shot of that. And it'd just be like spring rain.
And you would pass around
and
it?
everybody like, what is that? And I go, it's just Tide.
Are you
I swear to
for
God,
real?
dude, it's just Tide.
Do you think you could get a little high off Tide?
I don't know. People started eating them fucking Tide packs a while back. Remember that?
Did you ever eat one?
I never ate. That's no.
That's where you draw the line.
There's limits to being that retarded.
You'll sniff a detergent for
all right,
fun.
Sarah, next time we're at a nice little corporate event at the mothership or something, everybody's
Please
getting a
don't bring
hamburger.
a bottle of detergent to the mothership.
A small little thing of Tide back. Sarah, just get you a sniff. It's refreshing. It's like a smelling salt, but not as harsh. Rogan's got those peppered in that green room too. The little tray of smelling salts.
I know there was pumpkin spice smelling salts. And I asked Kim, I go, who is this for? She's like, white girls. It's for you. And I was like, I am getting a hint of pumpkin spice.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. You sniff Tide? I mean, I do love
a good linen.
I do love the smell of fresh linens, but only when I'm at home.
Well,
and also those things are I think they're toxic. I think Tide's toxic.
Yeah, I think everything now got shit in it that ain't good for us.
I know. Girl Scout cookies.
Wait, what?
Did you hear the news? They tested Girl Scout cookies and they have all kinds of things in them like lead and glyphosate and all kinds of bad shit in them. But they tasted too good to not have any of that in it.
I mean, look, I'll fuck a Thin Mint up. So there's some things I won't eat just because all the poison's inside. But Thin Mint, fucking.
What won't you eat?
Here lately, I'm starting to find. I never thought, hey, gluten allergies are real, but I took one of them 23andMe things. I did the expensive one. It tells you what your ancestors ate, like your lineage of like where they grew up and what their main focus of diet was. Bread is not one of them. Every time I eat bread, I shit like 16 times a day.
Really?
But bread, everything's cheese and bread. Like dairy and bread fuck me up. Like if I stay strictly carnivore diet, it's the healthiest gut health I have.
Same.
Yeah.
When I don't, my body does not respond well to bread. And everyone thought I was making it up. I'm like, dude, I feel swollen and bloated as hell.
Yeah.
If I eat bread, I feel like I swallowed a fucking brick. And sometimes I'm just like, especially when I'm in Austin, I'm like, fuck it, because it's everywhere. Yeah. It's harder to find gluten-free here.
It is. We got a bunch of the Mexican food.
Yeah.
And goddamn, it's good.
Yeah, I was surprised by how the food in Austin's fucking good.
It's good. It slaps. They got some hidden gems around.
They have a lot of hidden gems. I was surprised.
Let me ask you this: do you like what is the difference in the comedy scene between LA and Austin? What do you see there?
Well, it just you're not getting as much stage time in LA. And if you do, it's spread out across the city. So sometimes you'll have a spot in Santa Monica, and then you have to drive to downtown LA or West Hollywood.
But you started in LA, correct?
Yeah.
So see, I started in Austin, and I still get spots here, but I don't perform at the mothership, as frequent as you. But I can go to LA and get thrown up at the Improv in Hollywood, and I think that might have to do with like where you begin, and then as you progress, people see your progression in another because you're an out of towner versus where you were infancy stage here. So I don't know. Maybe I just was curious.
No, yeah, I do think that. But yeah, it's just easier to get better in Austin. That's why I keep coming.
Yeah, and the conveniency of you can hit 7-8 different spots in a 10-block radius versus
when I first came to Austin, I asked someone where a club was, and they're like, it's kind of far. I'm like, how far? Like 15 minutes.
That's nothing.
I said, I've driven an hour and a half.
Just to do 10.
just to do 10.
Yeah, just to do 10.
Sat in traffic, probably lost money just to do 10. And in LA, they get real creative with their shows lately.
What do you mean?
It'll be in the back of a fucking laundromat. And it doesn't seem like it's a real show.
Yeah, I did one at a Boston market last time in Culver City when I was up there.
You
swear
didn't.
to God. Yeah.
It was not a Boston.
Well, it looked like it was like a pizza brewery place, but they had a rotisserie
was it
chicken.
in Culver City?
It was in Culver City. Yeah.
It was not a Boston market.
It was close.
It's called Public Market or something.
Yeah, some shit like that. But
Yeah.
they had a rotisserie chicken in the window. So I was just like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I got me a piece.
You did?
Yeah, I just like, I don't want payment. Give me that chicken.
Oh my God. So when you went to LA, did you have fun going out before the Jew thing happened?
Yeah, I mean, LA's cool. I know a lot of people there, and like we get in a lot of cool places. Like I like going to the Rainbow Room.
The Rainbow Room is one of the best places.
It's so
to go
tight,
to.
so tight. I went there last time, and Peter Dante was there. I don't know if you know who he is.
I don't know.
He's in Adam Sandler's movies. He was Needle Dick. Like he's in all the early Adam Sandler's movies.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, and we're just drinking with like some dude that looked like Slash. There's Peter Dante, El Presidente. Yeah, so just stuff like it's cool because there's a lot of people out there, and there's a lot of other shit you can do besides because your main focus down in Austin is 6th Street, 7th, and if you're into gays, the 4th Street and stuff like that. So, but there you can drive to different parts of the city and do all kind of different stuff.
Yeah, when I come to Austin, I mean, the first few times I came to Austin, I only was on 6th Street, and that can be dark. Because like you said, the homeless people out here.
And then did you notice they
crazy.
shut down, like, remember used to, like on Fridays and Saturdays, they would shut the roads down. So
Right.
now that's not it. They have extended the sidewalks and they still let traffic go through.
I know why.
Someone's going to get killed because it gets packed on Fridays and Saturdays. And now they're not shutting down the roads and letting everybody just go straight through. Somebody's going to get hit. Scooters. You ever rode a bird scooter and fell off one of those bastards
No,
going
I'm
35?
afraid of a bird scooter.
Dude, my sister's best friend, it was her wedding, and they were down here bachelorette partying, and she took a curve too sharp and fell off and busted all the teeth out of her mouth. They had to reschedule the wedding. Yeah, dead ass. They're dangerous, bro.
Dude, I would not be okay if I lost a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
That would be hard for me to recover from. I have reoccurring nightmares of losing my teeth.
There's that in your dream. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
There's some that means something.
Yeah, it does. Every time I look it up, it says, "Are you anxious?" It's like, of course. Who isn't fucking
Everybody
anxious?
is.
I'm alive on planet Earth in 2025.
It costs a lot to keep living.
It really does.
God damn, dude.
Yeah. Do you have weird dreams ever? Or reoccurring dreams?
We were talking about this outside with all
You guys were?
with all the plane crash stuff.
Yeah.
Like I got over the fear of flying as I had to start touring and stuff more.
Right.
But now with all the plane shit going on, like because I was telling him I was in Kansas this past week hunting with my dad, shooting birds out of the sky, and the guys that took us out, they said that 7 of the guys that came hunting with them 2 weeks ago were on the plane from Wichita to Baltimore, the one that got hit by the airplane. And I was like, because I see it shown on TV, I'm like, it's conspiracies. They're just, but then like to know someone firsthand, they're like, no, those guys were on the flight that went down.
I know. And when I find out there's a plane crash, the first thought in my head is, I hope none of my friends who travel for work are on those planes.
Yeah. That's why I get drunk on a plane. It's just like, if
you do? What's your go-to drink on a plane?
I like a Sprite and Jack, or like whiskey and Coke, whiskey and Sprite, whatever.
Yeah,
So.
I was reading that foods taste different in airplanes. Something about being high in the sky
Really?
changes.
Have you ever done
taste of
mushrooms
things.
on an airplane? I feel like that'd be
Yeah.
You have done it?
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
It depends, dude. I've had like, fun times, but I try to sleep on planes,
Yeah,
and
me
mushrooms
too.
kind of keep me up.
Yeah, it makes you. There's a colonial woman on the wing. Like,
Yeah.
dude.
Or sometimes you see someone and you start getting in your head that they look shady.
Yeah.
Like someone gets up and you're like, do they seem normal?
Yeah, and I hate talking like airplane jokes and shit, but dude, the people that make is it like the little Keebler elves are making the seats for midgets? Because god damn, you get a plus size person on there, and I always find them. They always sit next to me.
Of course
they're just
they do.
spilling over on you, like, you want a Dorito? Are you that guy from TikTok? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, fuck me to tears.
No, I hate, yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
The last time I was on, this toddler started crying because I had the window seat and he wanted the window seat.
Oh, I always get by the babies and they're always hollering and screaming. Then I forget my earpods and I'm just like, fuck me. Take the plane down, actually.
Dude, I know. And I used to be so judgmental of those babies and their parents. Like, get a hold of your child. And now I have a boyfriend that has kids. I'm like, well, I kind of feel bad for the parent.
Yeah, because it's
It
embarrassing.
changes. It changes. Yeah.
And babies always stare at me for some reason. Like
babies
little
always
kids.
stare at me too.
And I'm just like, like jumping at them and
I
shit.
get why a baby would stare at you.
Yeah, yeah.
There's an earring. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
It's not something you see every day.
Yeah, what a guy.
You're a unique guy. What was your first tattoo?
These right here, my knuckle tattoos, actually.
Oh, I feel like I maybe knew that.
Yeah, I think I said it on the last podcast.
You did?
Yeah, with you and Kim.
How long have you been taking Adderall for?
It really didn't start becoming a thing until like everyone I knew, like when everyone's in college and stuff, like they would get it to study, cram all the shit in. And I started taking it, but I really didn't get on it. Honestly, when I started doing it more, I kind of stopped doing cocaine so much. And like, but you can't do like cocaine and get shit done. It's not that kind of speed. But Adderall, like if I take an Adderall in the morning, I get on my emails and knock all my shit out. It makes me productive.
Oh, I believe that because you were out here
on time.
On time. You were coming for the homeless.
I hate them. God, I hate them.
There's this one bald homeless lady in Austin. She's always around here. I watched her pull out a tampon last time I was here and fling it. Have you seen her?
I know who you're speaking of.
Yeah, I knew that you would know.
She's always topless, got the baby toe nipples. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, the baby toe nipples.
But look, I don't want to knock down just homo, like they're all bad. Like the other day, I was eating at this wing joint over there, and I was outside, and a guy walked in and goes, "Hey man, I'm homeless." He goes, "I'm not trying to ask for money." He's like, "But before you like throw your plate away, if you just leave it there, I'll pick off some of the scraps." All right, man, I'll give you some cash. You're down on your shit. You're hungry. If this dude walking up to me wanting $10, he just wants to go buy drugs or a 40-ounce. And he's not hungry. It's like if you're wearing pit vipers and you tell me, "Oh, I got PayPal. You can give me PayPal." You're not homeless. Fuck you. You're just lazy.
Dude, the homeless people in LA are kind of wild too. Like I remember one time this homeless guy asked me for money and I was like, "I'm not going to give you money, but I'll buy you lunch." And so we went to Subway and he said, "You know what? I'm vegan and I want to go to Corner Bakery instead of Subway. Can you get me like a pasta?"
Vegan homeless.
A vegan homeless person. And guess what? I fucking bought him the vegan food because I'm a little bitch. I got pressured by a homeless man.
That is
picky.
Do you do that as a stand-up joke, dude? That's hilarious.
I just forgot about it and just now remembered.
You should write that down, dude. Y'all's LA's homeless is bougie.
Bougie,
different.
Dude. Vegan.
They need a vegan meal.
Dude,
David Jolly does a joke about homeless people and like the homeless animals that they have. He's like, "You ain't homeless. If you're that hungry, you'd eat that fucking dog." Dude, David Jolly's joke, that's one of the best homeless jokes I've ever heard, dude.
How come there's so many homeless people in like Portland that have pit bulls? I don't know. I see a lot of pit bulls in these homeless streets, dude.
It's probably the only ones that can survive being homeless dogs. Pit bulls are tough.
Yeah.
They're tough. Yeah.
Cool. Have you ever had any weird animals?
I had like a bulldog. I've had dogs and stuff.
Well, bulldogs aren't weird.
I had a billy goat named Steven. And we used to
there we go.
We tied him to a car battery out in the front.
Wait, why did you tie him to a car battery?
Because he kept getting into shit. He'd get up on the roof and shit. Those are crafty little fucks and billy goats. Yeah.
You had one?
Yeah, we just had one.
What was his name?
Steven. Yeah,
full name.
Yeah.
Same name as my dad.
But then when he started getting stronger, he could carry that battery, like drag around like a ball and chain. We couldn't stop him. We had to get rid of him.
Really?
Well, because the HOA started like fucking getting pissed off. They got pissed off. We had chickens and shit. You
had chickens too?
Chickens just for eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You can't have that. It's bringing the property value down." I go, "No, it's not." I said, "Y'all want some eggs? You seen the price of eggs? They're $8 a carton. I give it to you. I give you 12 of them for 50 cents a dollar."
Yeah, you know? When I was growing up, I knew no one who had chickens, but now everyone in LA is trying to be fucking like a trad wife, a homesteader suddenly.
Farmer.
I'm going to make my own sourdough starter and get some fucking chickens so I can have fresh eggs. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that happening. And then there's a lot of sad bitches in LA when their chickens get eaten. And it's like, well, that's part of the deal, I think.
Yeah, you got to
disassociate.
Yeah, you got to kill the fox and the coyotes that come and get them. I mean, you got to put in preparation, put them in that chicken coop. So, yeah, and I grew up around all that shit my whole life. So when people don't have it, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't really like the city. The city's weird to me.
Well, city's definitely weird.
It's very strange. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Your hair's drying. Looks nice.
It's drying.
Looks nice. Yeah.
One thing about my hair is it's going to start drying after 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's the thing about hair.
That'll fucking happen. What other, like, did you do any other country shit? Like, do you rope cows? Did you ever do that? Or like hog tying?
I never rodeoed. I knew a bunch of people that did rodeo. I never did, but my granddaddy, the one that gave me that harmonica, he used to break horses, and fight chickens. So like,
you would do chicken fights?
Yeah. So I went with him. I remember before it was outlawed in Louisiana, we would go down there and every time we go over to his house for Christmas, he's got this big yard and he's probably got 100, 150 roosters. Like they got these little tin, like tents, like made out of aluminum tin, and chickens be up on the, and they're tied to it with their leg. Like that's how you have his roosters, is fighting roosters. And like we take them down there and you fight. You win a bunch of money fighting chickens. I mean, I'm sure it's not.
So you bet on which chicken you think's going to win?
Yeah, you bet.
What are you looking at when you're deciding? Their stature, their chest? Or is it just a guess? You're just gambling.
You just hope that motherfucker's ready to fight. You got to let them make them a little hungry. And
so
then
how do you amp them up so they fight?
Well, it's just instinct, right? They see another male rooster and it's territorial. And then they just open the cages and the two jump up and they put these little, like they look like little shanks that go on the bottom of their feet, like their talons. And they jump up and they kick each other. And they kick each other until one of them dies.
That's sad, kind of.
Yeah, it's a little extreme. But
I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, that's not the bingo card bingo.
Yeah.
But no, we used to break horses. My granddaddy would take the horses in a round pen and break them. But then the real stubborn ones, as he got up in age, he couldn't afford to getting kicked off of them. So we take them down the Brazos River and you lead them horses down in that water and you get in that water where it's up to their neck and you jump on their back and make them listen to you. If not, they'll drown. So that's how you kind of break them to get them to start listening to you. And then you can take them in the round pen and work them out the rest of the way. My granddaddy was like, back in the 70s, I think, with them John Wayne movies, or maybe it was the 60s, he used to teach horses how to fall down in Western movies when they like to show that they've been shot. He would teach them how to drop on command by pulling on a rein a certain way. So they'd lay down and look like the horse had been shot on scene. You know what I'm
really?
saying? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's for like the movie industry and stuff. He was good friends with John Wayne and stuff like that.
He was?
My granddad was a real cowboy. Like, yeah. And he married my grandmother who was like come from sugarcane money. And
sugarcane money must go off, dude.
Old money.
Sugarcane? Is that where you got that earring?
No,
that's sugarcane money.
I got this with the Charizard belt. It came together as a package deal.
No, it didn't.
A couple of dragons.
Where do you buy your clothes?
All assortment places. I'll do thrift stores and shit. But back in the day, I would see shit on Facebook Marketplace, the ads, and you're like, who buys that shit? Well, I do.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
I've never bought one thing. Oh, that's not true. I bought a mirror off Facebook Marketplace, and whenever I'm picking it up, I feel weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the car. I don't know who this fucking person is.
Yeah.
I don't know where this mirror's been.
What it's seen.
Mirror,
mirror on the wall.
Right. Yeah. Now and so I bought it. I needed it. And now it's just sitting in a corner. Never hung it up. I'm kind of like, it was an impulse buy.
You go to the Target and just buy shit you don't need all the time?
Dude, that's what Target's for. I know. Can't walk into Target and leave with one thing.
Mm-mm.
Unless you're a murderer.
One thing about Target, you really want to feel shitty about yourself. Go to that self-checkout at the Target and look at that security footage of yourself. That is the worst lighting, the worst you'll ever look in your entire life. You could be dolled up for Fashion Week and you hit a fucking Target security screen and it shows what you look like. You're like, God damn it, I got to do something with my life.
No, it's haunting.
It's bad.
It is haunting. The lighting in a Target, disgusting. Also, the lighting in a lot of dressing rooms, I've noticed.
Yeah.
That fluorescent lighting. Are you trying to sell clothes or are you not trying to sell clothes? Because I don't want to look in the mirror and see what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Make it more the lighting attractive. You can sell more clothes. Someone needs to hire me.
Yeah. No, the best dressing rooms there for a while was the JCPenney dressing rooms, but I got caught fucking somebody in one time. And
you fucked someone in a JCPenney?
Yeah, when I was like 19 or 20. And
what happened? You got horny? You guys were shopping? You were looking for deals?
Those
and then she was looking for dick?
Those fluorescent lights. She just was into my ugly ass, pale, pasty piglet looking motherfucker. She's like, let me have it right here. Let's do it. And I snuck in there and we just started.
Who was this woman?
Her name was Cindy. She got hit by a train. God bless her soul.
Are you lying?
Yeah, I'm lying.
She got hit by a train?
Yeah. Well, she lost her foot to diabetes. We call it
gangrene.
We used to call it left leg.
Left leg?
Oh, left leg.
Little left leg?
Yeah.
What? But did you really fuck someone in a JCPenney?
I didn't get caught, but yeah.
Where's the weirdest place you fucked somebody? Oh, dude, I'm scared. I was hoping it was going to be the JCPenney.
I didn't fuck, but it was at a strip club and it was in a jacuzzi, a whirlpool jacuzzi.
They have jacuzzis in strip clubs?
The one in West Virginia did.
And you fucked in it?
Well, I got, me and Salt, Pepper, and Cinnamon got in there and we fumbled around a little bit. And the water had the consistency of like egg drop soup. So that should have been a warning.
It was so visceral. The egg drop soup thing really just took it to a different place.
And then the jets didn't work. So I paid one of the black security guards $100. So he like deadlifted 100 times to get the bubbles going. And then Nutmeg joined later. I'm pretty sure it was a guy. And I wound up getting staph infection. So that was pretty wild.
Dude, having sex in a jacuzzi seems like it would be sexy, but for some reason, everything is wet but my vagina.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah. And when I did, I forgot about this. Holy shit.
Core memory unlocked.
When I worked in Ohio in the oil field, I used to be scared to fly and I would drive like 22 hours to the work site. And I remember I was seeing this single mother at the time. I was in like early 20s and she's like, oh, why before the rig was only like 2 miles from her house. She's like, oh, before you go on, she's like, why don't you come in? Let's get the hot tub. It's snowing. It'll be romantic. And I was like, all right, yeah, fuck it. So after driving 22 hours, cracked out on Adderall, I get there and she loved having anal sex. And I had never really, up until her, I'd never really done it in anything. And I don't know if it was the warm water or what, but I remember we were having anal in this hot tub.
Oh my God, that sounds like a cesspool for bacteria.
I mean, it was her hot tub, and like it was clean, but then
was it?
Well, but then like I felt this pressure, and I got like pushed out, and like when those octopus shoot that black ink at the predators, they're trying to kill them.
Yeah,
she just kind of shit everywhere on me, and I go, and she goes, and she like jumped out butt ass naked and ran inside. And I'm just like, and I jump out, I forgot my work boots. I grabbed my FRs. I jumped in my truck and I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to the rig. And I drove to the rig and I get like 200 yards from the rig. I get pulled over by a cop. I'm covered in shit. I'm half naked. And cop walks up to me and goes, what is going on here? And I told him and he just looks at me. He goes, get the fuck out of here. And I never spoke to her again.
Wait, she shit on your dick and then you just left?
Yes, she ran inside. And I know what to do.
You said, I'm bouncing. I'm not gonna be here for the cleanup.
Yeah, I was like, and how do you follow that? What's the follow-up text on that? Hey, how you doing? How's your anus?
That's literally my nightmare. Having poop come out.
I put a finger in there, but I don't putting away. I don't think.
One time I had this boyfriend and he wanted to do anal and we did it like once. And then I was like, yeah, I'm good on anal.
Yeah.
And then I felt like after we did anal, all he wanted to do was anal. He was really turning up the anal. And it made me feel like he was maybe gay. All he wanted to is like, I have a perfectly great pussy.
Yeah.
And now you just want to put it in my butt all the time. I don't know. It wasn't for me.
It's either gay.
And he was kind of small and he was a slight man. So
he felt powerful.
Maybe that was it.
It might be a dominance thing. Hell, I don't know, but it's very strange. I think it's a dominance thing or something like, because a friend of mine, she's a nighttime ballerina down here in Austin.
A nighttime ballerina.
And she's cool as fuck. She's smart as shit. I have her like do my taxes. Like she's like she has a master's in
stripper
finance.
that does your taxes?
Yeah, well, dude, she owns like 4 properties. She's all into real estate. Like she's about to get out of it. But I remember I
feel like a lot of strippers are always about to get out of it.
No, but I mean, she just like, she's like, look, I'm making mailbox money with all these houses, but she's like, I can make, $30,000-$40,000 a month at doing these private parties and not fuck anybody. She called me one time. She called me this one time.
Quite lucrative.
Yeah, she called me this one time. Swear to God, true story. She called me. I hadn't talked to her in like a month or so, and she calls me, and I'm high as shit at the house. It's like a Wednesday, and she goes, hey, if I give you $3,500, will you come fuck me in front of one of my clients while he watches? And I was like, is he going to touch me? And she's like, no, he's not going to touch you. I was like, is that going to be cash or check? And so I went over there, and this is like the Rainy Street Wrangler. I thought it was, I was thinking like, well, this is a weird. I was like, but fuck it. She trusts him. She works on him. I go, okay. So I'm thinking I'm going to get there, and I get there, and she lets me in the driveway, and I was like, hey, what am I really walking into here? And she goes, well, it's going to be a little weird. Okay. He's in his wife's thong. It's on backwards, and it's with the wieners hanging out. And I go, okay, that's the Rainy Street Wrangler. I'm going to die.
His wife's thong on backwards?
On backwards. And I'm just kind of like.
So there's like a string on his dick?
It's like the other way, and it's just hanging out, blowing around in the breeze. And I'm like, well, that's the Rainy Street Wrangler. Probably going to die. But I didn't drove 45 minutes, so let's go see, and I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm like, it's probably some older man, got a lot of money, just living out a sexual fantasy. So I get there, and he greets us at the door, and he's not an old man. He's not decrepit. He's probably in his late 40s, early 50s. He's 6'7", 285 pounds. He's built like a brick shithouse, and he only talks and like grunts, like, brr, 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 brr. Like, and I'm like,
no, I do not like it. I do not like what you're telling me.
Yeah.
He only talks and grunts. Was he like a product of inbreeding? Why was he barking?
Like the Tool Time Taylor or Home Improvement, like that, right? Yeah. And I'm like, fuck. And like, we're already there. So he lets us in, and we get in there, we sit on the couch, and she can tell that like I'm nervous, right? And I'm a show pony, okay? I done took 2 Cialises. I took 2 Cialises. I'm a starch professional. So I took 2 Cialises. But I'm going to be honest with you, it's a weird environment. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get hard. And I think she can kind of sense that. She goes, you'll be okay. So she gives him a bump of cocaine, me a bump of cocaine, and herself one. She takes her beer and she drinks it, right? And she spits it in his face. And she takes her stiletto and she pins his neck like a high-heeled kick to the back of the wall, like pins his throat back like this. And I'm sitting there, and I'm hard as a rock when this is going on. And I'll never forget this. She takes us to the fucking back bedroom, and there's a wicker basket chair at the foot of the bed. Now, I don't know if you know what wicker basket furniture is, but that's outside furniture. My grandma would be pissed. Okay?
Yeah. We can't have outside furniture on the inside. That is disrespectful.
And she ties his like wrist to the chair with like linens, like
so she's like
garnets.
A dominatrix.
Yeah, kind of. That's what she does. But she ties his hands with these little ribbons, little garnets. And I go, well, that's not going to hold that big motherfucker back. He can break out that anytime. And, we get to, me and her, we've had sex before, but we get to like doing our thing. And like, I'm trying to pinky blinder this motherfucker out at the foot of the bed. And I'm like, he's just, sounds like a diesel engine trying to start. I'm just trying to, and then finally he starts trying to get up. And I go, sit down, motherfucker. I said, it was not part of the deal. Please sit back down. And he starts talking in full sentences, perfect English. He goes, whoa, man, I didn't mean to startle you. He said, I'm just trying to put on some cuckolding music. And I go,
what kind of music is cuck music?
I said, I didn't know they had a Spotify playlist for the such. And he goes, yeah, let me show you. So there I am, fucking my friend, while this complete stranger in the corner is like grunting to the greatest hits of Creed.
No.
I'm fucking beating the brakes off to
with arms.
Hold me now. Yeah. And then I finished.
It's not cuck music.
I finished up. I'm putting on my pants, and he's getting out of the chair, and I'm like, thanks for having me, and then as I'm getting ready to leave, she goes, hey, listen, I'm going to piss on him for $7,000. I've got a tarp in the back of my truck. If you'll go out there and grab it, and you'll lay the...
Were you like the dom assistant?
Yeah,
like a magician's assistant, but for the dominatrix?
I felt like the apprentice. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was like, she's like wanted me to go get this tarp and lay it down, make sure everything went smoothly. I go, hey, look, I've had a great time here tonight. I really have. But I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. I'll take this $3,500. And I get down the road, and she does what she does. And my mom called me, and me and my mom got a pretty good relationship. Like, my mom's hilarious. And I kind of told her what went down, and she goes, what the fuck is wrong with you? She's like, I raised you. I raised you better than that. And I said, yeah, Mom, bills were due. It's $3,500. She's like, yeah, but I raised you to be a gentleman. I said, yeah, I understand. She goes, a gentleman would turn that fucking truck around and go help that girl get that tarp out of the back of her truck and piss on that man because my birthday's next week and I need that new Dyson vacuum cleaner. So, yeah, dude, times are strange.
I need a new Dyson vacuum cleaner. Those will cost you. Those Dyson.
Hey, they're a hefty price. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. And it's also he must have gotten off from wearing his wife's song or whatever because he has enough money to buy a fucking something else.
It was just a weird. The whole thing was weird, you know. But like, it was a smooth transaction. It's just at the end of the day, you're fucking somebody that you've already slept with. Just somebody's watching.
Is that a Walter White tattoo?
Yeah, it is.
I wasn't ready.
It is.
I just made direct eye contact with Walter White on your
Heisenberg.
Heisenberg. Yeah.
So.
And Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn
next to each other.
Yep. And then I got Fear and Loathing, Johnny Depp, and then I got Ragnar from Vikings, Hannibal Lecter, Khaleesi, and then the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker.
Whoa, dude.
The walls of
It's like a walk of fame over there.
Well, it's like underdogs, right? You know, people that weren't destined to do what they did, but they did it by their own ways of doing it. I mean,
so this is your underdog arm.
Yeah, underdog. Perfect. Yeah, perfect
That's
example.
your underdog arm. Yeah. What's going on in this arm?
This is my gambling arm. So that's Doc Holliday from Tombstone. This right here, Jewish folklore, Hebrew folklore, suggested before God made Adam and Eve, he made a woman that wasn't made out of man's rib, that she was equal to man. Her name was Lilith. And she could talk to snakes and she would like sleep with demons and shit. She wouldn't she's an independent woman. She don't need no man, you know?
Oh,
and so
Lilith sounds pretty fucking cool, dude.
So I got that.
You should have showed that to the Jew girl. Right?
Dude.
It was too late.
I voted wrong apparently or some shit.
You voted wrong.
Yeah, I guess.
It was over before it even began.
It was, yeah.
What is like your favorite food? And if you knew that you were going to die tomorrow, what would your last meal be?
Chuck E. Cheese pizza? No, that's not it. No, I like sushi. I'm a big sushi guy. And that's why I hate going out to, because I like to do the high end shit. Yeah. So like I walk out a sushi restaurant by myself and I'd spend $400 or $500. You know what I'm saying? I like the nigiri with the rice and everything done. I don't like the rolls and shit. I like to do I like sushi a lot. Really.
You do?
Yeah, I really do.
When was the first time you had sushi?
I used to date, she wasn't vegan. I think it's called pescatarian.
Pescatarian, where they only have fish.
They only have fish. So it's hard to go out on a date, you know, high-end restaurants. She doesn't eat meat. So we go to a lot of sushi. And that's when I really was like, damn, this shit's really good. You know what I'm saying? So
like, how old were you?
I think I was early 20s. Probably.
Yeah, because little kids in LA have sushi when they're 5.
Yeah,
like,
I never had
I'm having a bento box, mommy.
Yeah, I didn't even know what a poke bowl was.
Banh mi or whatever. Yeah.
So, yeah, probably that. Sushi. Yeah, maybe. Or a good steak.
But if you knew you were going to die, walk me through the full meal.
Yeah.
Pussy and anything else? Pussy and a pretzel? Like...
Well, pussy in that butthole. I'll go see a man about a horse from time to time. I'll go down where the wild things roam. It don't scare me no how.
You don't, what do you mean?
I'll lick a butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you lick a man's butthole?
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
No. Would you?
Depends on the man.
Hey!
You know what I mean? Not just a stranger's butthole.
Yeah, you can. I will. I would judge you then, you know, but.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm not out in these streets licking ass.
No.
I would have to, if it was my husband, my non-existent husband, I'd eat his ass on our anniversary.
That's fair. I mean, I've been rolled up like a pretzel by a woman, and she just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a strange, when you're holding your ankles, that's a weird.
Did you like it?
Loved it.
You did?
No, it's not bad.
So now that you know that you love that, would you request it?
I mean, look, I have bowel movements, okay? And I fear for someone's safety. You go down there, you know, so that's like a thing you got to have to prep for, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something you got to make sure you got the baby wipes by the bedside table, scented, you know, because you just can't eat ass.
It's like having a fucking vagina.
Yeah, you can't eat ass after a night of country dancing. You know what I'm saying? You're sweaty and stuff. But I don't know if you know this, but
two-stepping and then ass eating?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, you got a finger, like, you have a finger, or you have a G spot in the male asshole.
Oh, I've heard about this.
And if it's activated correctly, you will ejaculate a bottle of Hidden Valley Ranch. It's incredible. It's got the viscosity of Fix-A-Flat. It comes out like a shotgun.
I don't know what Fix-A-Flat is.
Well, if you got a flat tire, it's not flat anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, Christ almighty.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's it. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh my God. Do you talk to your dad?
Yeah, I just went on a goose hunting trip down there in Wichita. And for his birthday, some guys from the Outdoor Channel hit me up and like, man, come kill some birds with us. They got this little window that opens up for goose season. So I took me, him, and my uncle. I literally got back yesterday. We drove up there on Sunday and did 3 days of hunting up there.
But then what do you do with the geese?
Clean them and you eat them.
You eat them?
Good. Yeah. You just,
I didn't even know you could eat geese.
Yeah, it's a pretty good bird. You can do a lot of things with it. Some people fry it. Some people like you crock pot it with a bunch of
fried
like
goose?
stew. Yeah, fried goose. Yeah, it's.
Does it taste gamey?
A lot of things do, like dove does, or like quail. But goose, it's such a big bird. The breast meat, it's actually pretty good. It's actually not gamey as you would think it would be. Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, dude. I got some at the house. I'll cook you some for you and Kim.
I don't know if I want to eat
But
geese.
the way I can do it though, like you wouldn't even know you're eating bird.
Well, then that sounds good. But when I think of a goose, I think of a nursery rhyme. So it takes me to a weird place. I imagine
Mother Goose.
Mother Goose in a bonnet.
Yeah.
And then the thought of eating Mother Goose in a bonnet. And I'm not a vegan, but it's hard for me to get past. Yeah.
I think about them geese at the park that when you get too close, and they fucking come at you. So fuck them dudes. You know,
dude, that does make it easier.
Yeah, because they're assholes.
They are assholes.
It's easier to eat an asshole if they're an asshole.
That's true. That's true. All right. Well, this was our podcast.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
Where can people find you?
Uncle LaZer on YouTube, Instagram, all the socials, and UncleLaZerComedy.com. I'll be out. When does this come out?
A week from today.
I'll be in San Diego next weekend, the Valentine's Day weekend at the American Comedy Club. And I got a run through Kansas City, Omaha. And then in late April, I'm at the Looney Bin there in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Get tickets to see LaZer. What's your podcast called?
My podcast is The Drunk Uncles. We're ramping it up. We're going to start doing it again. I'll have all kind of guests from musicians to OnlyFans to comics to all kinds of people on that. I'm kind of like, I want to be like a Howard Stern kind of aspect of it. Still do like the serious shit, but also have naked women run around on it from time to time. You know
mix it up.
It's about variety.
All right, well, that's our episode. You guys make sure to subscribe to This Bitch podcast and Shank. Shank comes out every Wednesday, This Bitch on Monday. And if you're in Austin, I will be in Austin doing spots at the Mothership until February 22nd. So come out, see a show. I post all my show dates online. And then I will be at the LOL Fest in Canada with Kim Congdon in April. And I believe I will also be at the Desert Ridge Improv in Phoenix. So get tickets to all of that. More dates coming soon. And we'll see you next week.